Hey everyone, thanks for joining today. We're going to be taking a look at best AI training video generators. Now, there's a lot of tools out there in the market, and some of these have really outstanding features. We're going to be taking a look at some of our top picks with different use cases, and we'll run through what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and some of their standout AI features. Now, keep in mind, some of our top picks have various uses. And each of these are suited depending on what you're using them for. So keep in mind as we're going through which ones will be best fit for your organization depending on your needs. Now we're going to be taking a deep dive into Synthesia, Loom, Pictory, Guide, Camtasia, and Tango AI today. Now, as we're going through these, keep in mind that some of these are chosen depending on some of the factors that I look for. So, number one is always ease of use. That is hugely important no matter what the functionality within the tool. Now, of course, training video quality is of most importance. So, keep in mind that looking at video training generators like this, you do want to focus not only on AI features, but also on the quality of the video output, things like multi-language capabilities, different features that may be important to you and to your users. Some of the standout AI features include things like avatars, perhaps captions, ease of use when sharing with different platforms or different users. So some of these may be important, and these are things I recommend looking out for. Now, going straight into our number one on the list is Synthesia. Now, Synthesia is the best, I'd say, AI avatar training video generator. They've got really standout AI avatars that can be generated for your videos. Now, keep in mind that some people don't enjoy the avatar feel with the kind of look and feel of avatars these days can kind of be touch and go depending on the organization. However, if you do have users that do prefer this kind of thing, they do want a realistic looking and sounding person, but you may not have the resources to do that, I'd recommend having a look at them. Now, they've got a lot of great features within the tool itself. So keep in mind that some of the standout AI features include things like very natural sounding um, voiceovers, and they do have multi-language capabilities as well. So in terms of ease of use, really good feedback in terms of user reviews as well. Now they've got over, I believe it's 230 AI avatars to choose from, and you'd simply select that depending on the tier you're on. I do want to keep in mind. And you would simply just type in your script in any language, which I really like, and that's a really great AI feature within the tool itself. And you'll be able to create your AI video. Now, they do give you the option to give it a bit of a test run. It is quite limited in terms of the characters you can use, but it will give you a good idea of how it works just at a quick test like that. So do keep this in mind that you can also go and create your own AI avatar if you don't find one that suits you from the selection that they do have. And you'd be able to simply just go and customize it depending on the tier you're on as well. So they can be a bit restrictive depending on your tier that you've chosen. But they've also got ability to do AI voice cloning, which is quite cool. So if you've got a voice that you need recorded for repeat videos, this might be a good option for you. Now, in terms of pricing, not bad at all. They do have a free plan available. It is limited to one user, so not ideal if you're a very big organization, but they are quite reasonable in terms of pricing. You'll see me mention this throughout the different videos, is that I always recommend going and having a look at what each tier includes so that you can make a informed decision if you'll be able to scale with a tool like this as your organization grows, and you do get a good idea of each of the AI features that they've got. So as you'll see, they've got things like AI dubbing, video assistant, and as you grow in terms of your tiered pricing, you could choose from multiple AI avatars right through to your enterprise plan. Great tool to have a look at. Highly recommend looking at this, specifically if you're focused on AI avatars. Now, the next one on the list is Atlassian Loom. Now, this is a really great option if you are needing to create really quick and easy videos. Ideal, especially if you're an Atlassian user, and you're able to create and share AI powered video messages with your teammates and customers really easy within minutes. So as mentioned, it is kind of, I'm going to say like not less um, feature richer than some of the other tools, but it can be. So keep that in mind if you're looking for something really simple, really easy to get going. This is ideal for users that are not very technically savvy and are not too sure how AI works. This is a really great one to have a look at. So they can do AI generated meeting recaps for you. So that's all recorded within a video. It sends AI generated summaries. So simply just clicking, recording, and making sure that you can just skip ahead to the important sections of the video. Loom makes that really easy to do. So keep that in mind when looking at a tool like this. It can be quite simplistic, but sometimes that is all your organization needs. And if you're needing just a quick, fast screen recording functionality with built-in AI features like this, it does have some editing available within the tool itself. So do keep that in mind. Really simple, really easy to use, and it's probably a tool that you've come across in the past. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then they've also got a Loom AI that does documentation. So if you're looking at things like AI workflows, that kind of thing, they can help you create videos pretty easily within the tool itself. Now, in terms of pricing, free plan available as well, which is really great and really reasonable in terms of their functionalities and pricing to scale as your business grows. Do keep this in mind. The AI features are specifically for business plus AI tier itself or your enterprise plans. So do keep that in mind if you are looking for a tool specifically with AI that you would need to go up onto the higher tiers if you are going to opt for Loom, but it does include quite a lot of features within the functionality itself. So things like auto meeting recaps, video to text automation, and more are available within that plan. Now, next on our list, we've got Pictory. Now, this is one of the best tools that I've seen for specifically content marketers, video creators, YouTubers. This is a really strong tool in the way of that. Now, they're able to reduce long form content straight into video within minutes. So this is really great for bloggers who need to shorten their text, blog posts, summaries, that kind of thing within a few clicks, and then automatically go and create AI voices, match your visuals as well as music, and create your custom video. Really, really great, easy to use tool, but do keep in mind that it is really best suited for specific use cases like this. So if you've got AI storyboarding that you need to use, access to multiple stock images, that kind of thing, it is a really functional tool in the way of that kind of role. Now, again, you can create engaging scripts. It is able to use AI to create that for you. So you can just simply type in your idea and off it goes. And that is a really powerful tool to take a look at if you are interested. Now, they do have a lot of AI features within the tool. So AI text to speech generation and much more within the GPT AI video generator. In terms of pricing, also reasonable in the way of pricing itself. However, they do not have a free plan. So keep that in mind if you are a small organization and you're looking for a tool specifically with a free plan, probably not the best for you. However, they do have 4 pricing tiers to consider. So if you are looking at the pricing guides for Pictory, they might be a good option for you. Now, in the way of pricing, Pictory has full plans to choose from. They do have a starter plan ranging right up to your enterprise plan with custom pricing. Do keep in mind there's no free plan available with Pictory. So if it is something that it is a consideration for your organization, if you are quite a small company, they can be quite limited in terms of a free plan, and you will have to go straight onto a paid for tier. However, it does include basic AI tools. However, if you do want more advanced AI tools, I would recommend looking at the higher tiers, and they do have flexible pricing options available to you. Now, next on our list is Guidde. Guidde is one of my favorite tools to go to. I work in the tech industry, so typically I'm creating a lot of documentation and needing to share resources with multiple users time and time again. And this is one of the best tools I've seen that does this really quickly and easily. Now, it's really intuitive AI powered screen record features really stand out for me. So you would typically just go include this into your browser as an extension, click on the record button, and off you go. As you go through a series of steps, you would simply just capture your flow really easily. You wouldn't even need to create a script if you didn't want to. It would simply create it for you, which I really like. So sometimes I forget to go and include a bit of scripting or perhaps closed captions underneath to show users what to do and where to click. And this actually creates it for you, and then you can go back and edit that. So I really like that in terms of the AI features that although you may have forgotten, AI transcriptions help you just to go and include that so that you can go back and make changes, ensuring that it is suited to your use cases. Now, they've got a lot of videos on how to go through the tool. So that is something I would recommend is just checking out. They do have a free plan available as well. So you can go and give it a whirl and just give a good look as to how the tool works. I would recommend having a look at this though. They've got a lot of things like AI transcription. So if you perhaps don't have the option to create a video using your own voice, you can use their natural sounding voiceovers. I really like it because you can choose from quite a lot of different accents and languages. So you can make it sound quite natural depending on the users that you're targeting your training videos at. Now, this is really helpful, again, in the way of having global companies where you might need to reach a number of different users, is you can then just go and easily pick a natural sounding automated voiceover or translation, and then go through and edit that as you need. Again, in terms of the AI functionalities, you can go and do a lot of editing. You can add music overlays, you can add callouts. So again, just the great AI features within the tool itself make it a really accessible tool that's quite feature rich compared to similar tools that I've seen before. Now, in terms of pricing, really, really reasonable. As mentioned, they do have a free plan. It's got up to 25 how-to videos, which is really useful. So do keep that in mind. That is per creator per month. And then the pricing plan starts out really reasonably at $16 per month. And as it goes up with the higher tiers, you would have access to more advanced AI features like text to video generation and more. So do keep that in mind. Overall, really fantastic tool to use. Do have a look at that one. Now, next on our list is Tango. Now, Tango is a really, really great tool to have a look at. You do have the option to do a number of functionalities within the tool. So typically aimed at things like process documentation, where you do need to capture um, a lot of processes into specific documentation. So I would say it's similar to Guidde in a lot of ways, but kind of different. So keep in mind that it uses AI functionalities to create video guides for things like workflows, and it does it quite easily in a similar fashion. So you would simply click on a browser extension, off you go into your various processes. Now, I would say that in terms of the editing itself, a little bit less feature rich than some of the other tools that I've used. However, really great just to capture specific walkthroughs where needed. So if you're looking at using AI functionalities to create walkthrough videos, perhaps how-to guides, perhaps onboarding or other technical documentation, this is a great tool to have a look at. They do have a lot of examples. So if you're not too sure in terms of how the tool works, I would recommend going and having a look at their various use cases so that you get a good idea of how their tool works. Now, overall, really good features, but keep in mind that the pricing does start at quite a high rate at 20K per year for teams of around about 20 users or more. So in terms of a free plan, not available with Tango, and they are quite an expensive tool, but they do have really great features to have a look at. Now, last but certainly not least on our list is Camtasia. Now, Camtasia is quite a high-end tool. I've used this in the past. really comprehensive in terms of video editing functionality. So if you're an organization that's looking for really high quality, almost like studio quality filming in terms of your videos and training guides, really, really great tool to have a look at. Now, um, do keep in mind in terms of the AI features itself, they've got really, really great access to multiple audio and AV inputs. So if you've got multiple microphones, for example, you could use multiple inputs in the tool to create your videos, unlike some of the other tools, which will just use your screen desktop, for example, or it will just use a single webcam or a single microphone. It wouldn't be able to integrate all of them into one tool. So this is where it really does stand out from an AI feature point of view. And they've got additional features like things like generating scripts. Um, they've got text to speech, AI voice narration, and more. So, quite a lot in terms of tooling itself, but specifically aimed at more high end audiovisual kind of teams that may need to look at even AI generated audio cleanups. So, they can go and remove things like background noises. If you're needing smart editing cuts, perhaps even automatic screen detection, this tool has a good availability to do a number of those functionalities within the tool itself. So do keep that in mind if you're looking at more high-end quality videos. Really great tool to use. However, it does require a little bit more of an upscaling some of the other easier to use tools that I've tried out. And also in terms of the pricing plans, they are really expensive. However, you may need a tool like this if you are specifically creating content for, say, external users that need to receive really, really high quality videos with multiple sources like this. Good option to have a look at, um, but they are on the pricey side. Well, I hope that helps you decide which tool might be best for you. Keep in mind, each one of these tools has a specific use case, and the ultimate correct tool for your business will depend on your needs. So take a look at all of our suggestions, and hopefully, this helps you make a selection with the right tool. Thanks.